Okay, last but not least, widgets. This video is going to be a little bit longer, a little bit more detailed than the previous ones, but that's because we got to cover a few sections. We got the popular recent and comments widget, we have ads, we have pages, Flickr, our newsletter, our feed. We also have our widgets that we have set up in our footer. So first thing we want to do is come to the widgets section, and you can find that under Appearance Widgets. And this is broken down into two sections like we just previously discussed, sidebar and our footer. Let's go ahead and start with the footer. We have text widget, categories, pages, and archive. So obviously a text widget is just that. Go ahead and add your basic text, add your title, your categories, self-explanatory. That's going to display all the categories that's on your site. Alright, that we find here. We have our pages, self-explanatory as well, all the actual pages you've made. So not only is it down there, but you could also set it to be up here if you wanted to have two separate sections. But of course that's entirely up to you and how you want to set that up. Last but not least is the archives, and of course that's self-explanatory as well. And as well, what we can do is drag and drop just like any other site with widgets. So maybe we don't want the text widget on the end, or maybe we do, or maybe we want it on this side. All we got to do is drag and drop, release, it will auto save for you. Go ahead and let's refresh and check. Now we have text here and we have our menus back over here. So that is pretty easy to do. Now let's move over to the little bit more complicated one, or I should say more involved. First one we have is recent posts. You can find that over here. It will say Estyle recent post. Just drag and drop it right over here. Give it the name. So you'll see the name, what it is popular posts, recent, comments. I'm not sure why you would really want to name it something else, but obviously that's up to you. We have our ads. And what we do here is set up 125 by 125 ad. So go ahead and get the URL to your image. Maybe you upload this to the media library. Maybe you have it on your server somewhere. But go ahead and enter the URL to the path of the image that goes there, and then the link that it's going to lead to when clicked. And the Estyle ads are in blocks, meaning there are blocks of 4. So when you add this widget, it's going to by default add these 4 blocks. So every time you want to add 4 more, you need to add this particular Estyle widget in place. So you'll see here that I have ads here, I have ads here, and I have ads here. So you can keep adding them if you need to. Flickr feed, simple. Enter your title, enter your Flickr ID number. Constant contact, same thing. Enter your title of your newsletter, get our newsletter, whatever that may be, and your constant contact ID, and that will automatically set up for you. Twitter feed, same thing. Enter the title of your Twitter feed, but if you remember, back in theme options, we actually set the Twitter feed ID in here. So right here is my Twitter feed. But make sure when you add this, you want to give it a title, otherwise it's not going to have a title to it. And that is it for the widgets.